Hi everyone, this is Journeyman2 here, and it's been a while, but I've been working on this deck and thought this would be a good opportunity to try to get back into some YouTube videos. So I've got the deck laid out here. It's Ghost Spider Pool. We have all the Ghost Spider cards up here, and we're going to build on Drew's combo from his deck Stand Up Gwen, where you put 3 assess the situations, give you +1 hand size until the end of the phase, under George Stacy. And then you play Ticket to the Multiverse. It's an upgrade, and when you remove it from the game, you get to discard your hand, shuffle your discard pile into your deck, and draw up to your hand size, and then ready each Ghost Spider card you control, and this includes her identity card. Now, this doesn't say printed hand size, this can be any hand size, so the +3 from Assess means you're basically getting an extra 8 or 9 cards that turn. Remember, we can play Assess in Alter Ego, and this is an action that can be taken in Alter Ego as well, so we could have the extra hand size from her Gwen Stacy side as well. Now we're taking this combo and we're going to turn it up using Live Dangerously. It's a player side scheme. It gives each identity +2 hand size. So we can get this down after we play our Assesses and our Ticket to the Multiverse. And once we pop Ticket, we're now drawing not just +3 hand size, but an additional +2. If we stack Symbiote Suit on top of that, +1 to each of its basic powers, +1 hand size, +10 hit points, well, now we're at +6 hand size. So all of a sudden we're drawing another 11 cards into our deck, readying all of our cards, and in some situations maybe even drawing into more Assess the Situations, where in case we somehow don't win that turn, we'll definitely win the following turn with another like +14 hand size, +15. So let's take a look at some of the supporting cards here. Some of the most important pieces for Gwen are anything that helps her ready or that boosts her stats. Gwen is definitely a good mixture between a ready-focused hero and an event-focused hero. Wonderful, wonderful design here. But her hero ability, Dizzying Reflexes, means that after you resolve an interrupt or responsibility on an event, you get to ready. So that can be her signature events like Ghost Kick, or Phantom Flip, or Pirouette and Punch, or Web Binding. Or it can be a pool event like Not My Responsibility, which is an interrupt. Now these are really the only triggers we have in the deck here, her signature events and Not My Responsibility. And one of the weaknesses that she has is that her 2 signature events here, Ghost Kick and Phantom Flip, they trigger after she uses a basic power. So let's say she gets stunned or confused. If you remove the status by exhausting, you're not considered to have used a basic power, so you can't use events off of it, and that means she doesn't get her ready off of Dizzying Reflexes. Same if she's exhausted. If she's exhausted, she can't use a basic power, so she can't play Ghost Kick, can't play Phantom Flip, can't ready. So we have a couple ways to get around that. First is Peter Parker, who should basically be in every single Ghost Spider deck ever, where after he uses a basic power, she gets to ready. So you can remove that status, use Peter, she readies, and now all of a sudden you have a basic power still available to trigger your events off of and get a second ready. We also have Stick-to-Itiveness, which is a pool upgrade. You can spend a physical resource to ready. So one of the unfortunate things about this deck is we do not have a lot of physical resources. So I'm using some tech here in Enhanced Physique, which is an old card from the early days of the game, but you get to exhaust it and it generates a physical resource. Now it has 3 uses on it, but that's not a problem because typically once we're getting 3 uses out of Stick, we will be winning the game. So we can also extend its life with using like a physical from Ghost Kick or a physical from Get Ragey and things like that. So we've got some good readies here in Spider-Man, Stick, Dizzying Reflexes, and also Take It to the Multiverse readies here. So now we need to look at our stat boosts. So the key one here was be Laser Swords. Your hero gets +1 attack for each crisis, acceleration, amplify, or hazard icon in play to a maximum of 4. And if you play Live Dangerously, that's 4 icons right there, so it's +4 attack. That puts her at 6. Now, we also have Symbiote Suit. That gives her +1 to each of her stats, so that's 7 attack. And then we also have Specialized Training here. It's a 5 threat per player side scheme, which is perfect for our Phantom Flip. And once we clear that, we get to take one of these specialist upgrades. And we can also grab this, as one of our options, we can grab this +1 attack, which would take her to 8 attack. And after she performs a basic attack, we get to draw a card. Now, this is usually what I pick in multiplayer when you need more attack to catch up with the villain scaling hit points. And you might have other thwarters. But in solo, I usually use this Surveillance Specialist, the +1 thwart, and after we thwart, we get to draw a card. So these are our key stat boosts here. One of the great things about pairing Gwen up with Pool is we're actually going to have a lot of double or even triple resources. Now, Ticket to the Multiverse itself is a double resource, and we're probably going to be able to use it multiple times per deck cycle with the action of Gwen Stacy, which lets her shuffle Ticket to the Multiverse back into the deck. So we're going to get multiple uses out of this. We also have 4 resources down here. We're running Strength and Self-Confidence, 2 physical resources to hit Stick-to-itiveness. We're running Genius and Self-Control, which are mental resources for web binding. With these 4 resources plus Ticket to the Multiverse, we don't really need Self-Preservation or Energy, which are the pool and the basic double resources. These cycling should be enough. When I first tested the deck and had all 7 resources in, it was leading to some awkward hands. Now, these pool resources, the self resources, they double the number of resources this card generates if your identity has sustained less than 5 damage, or triple if you haven't taken any damage. So what this means is if we're between 6 and 9 hit points, it's going to be a double resource. And if we're at 10 hit points, it's going to be a triple resource. Now let's say we have Symbiote Suit down, which is giving us +10 hit points. So now, if we're at 16 to 19, these are double resources, and if we're at a full 20, it'll be a triple resource. Unfortunately, increasing our hit points does not change the amount of sustained damage that we have. This is just counting how much damage we have. And it has to be less than 5. So if we're down to 5 hit points, those are unfortunately only single resources. It has to be less than 5, not 5 or less. We did miss a key stat boosting card earlier in Warrior of the Great Web, which is after a Web Warrior ally leaves play, we get +1 attack until the end of the phase. So we're going to be swinging for 9, maybe sometimes 10, depending on how many Web Warriors we can get to leave play in the same turn. Sometimes you can play auto and then off him with his double consequential, triggering Warrior of the Great Web, and after you ticket and draw your 11 cards, you draw into him again, play him again. He can ready any upgrade, which includes Stick-to-itiveness, which means we get another ready off Gwen, and then he can off himself again for another boost from Warrior of the Great Web. So this is a neat little loop to look out for. Of course, we have Spider bouncing to hand, which should be able to hit us good little attack breakpoints depending on the minions. Let's quickly go through the remainder of the cards here. Get Reiji, ready an ally. That ally gets +1 attack until the end of the phase. So this is great for Peter because it turns that ally ready into an identity ready. We can also use it to bounce Spider back to our hand that turn without having to wait a turn, and getting the card draw off of Web of Life and Destiny. Web of Life and Destiny and Across the Spider-Verse, these are pretty old hat by now, but it is very nice to have this broken unlimited card draw, and we can always target this as a way to exhaust for Across the Spider-Verse. Now, Across the Spider-Verse, key thing that I don't think a lot of players know is that you can target yourself for the repeat. So when it says choose a player, that player can be you. And you can spend 3 resources to repeat this ability. We have these triple resources here in Self-Control and Self-Confidence. So that's going to let us get multiple of these Web Warrior allies out of the discard. Now, we should note that Auto is play from hand only, but we can always get him, off him, trigger Warrior of the Great Web, trigger a draw Web of Life, and that's essentially trading one card here for a draw off of Web of Life and an attack. So these are just some neat plays we should have in the back of our mind. The last player side scheme here, Superpower Training. We can grab our web bracelets, but because we have so few targets to trigger a web bracelet with, it's actually most useful for grabbing Ticket to the Multiverse right before our win turn. So after we've cleared Specialized, I like to throw down Superpower Training and then get it low, and when we draw Live Dangerously, pop it, grab Ticket, hit our SSs off George, and go to town. Healing Factor, this is pretty important here because it helps us stay into the good health range for our resources without having to flip to Alter Ego, which can be fairly risky in solo. We do have our nice 3 defense stat, which I use pretty liberally with this deck, so trying to stave off damage that way. Some more pool cards here. Tic-Tac-Toe. Spend a resource of any type, move a damage from a character to an empty space matching that spent resource. If there's 3 in a row, we discard it, and we deal all the damage on it to an enemy. Now, the big thing here is mostly just healing Peter so that we can continuously benefit from his readies. Healing Peter is really nice. Sometimes we can heal ourselves in a pinch if we're like at 5 and we need to be at 6 to turn this into a double, or if we're at 9 we need to be at 10 to turn into a triple. Just some things to keep in mind. Now, playing this card on Tabletop Simulator is actually kind of really annoying because getting the tokens to fit where they're supposed to be is kind of annoying, but we'll make it work here. Rock, Paper, Scissors, really nice card. Exhaust it, choose a card in our hand, and discard the top card of our deck. Using this sort of like rock, paper, scissors diagram, physical, energy, mental. If the discarded card is on the end of the arrow from the card we showed, so like if we discard an energy and we showed a physical, we get to add that card to our hand. So we mostly have mentals in this deck, but we do have a few wilds like Symbiote Suit, Across the Spider-Verse, and Ticket to the Multiverse here. So a wild points to anything, so when we reveal one of those cards, we can almost guarantee that we're going to draw. Now, what I most like to use this for is to dig for our key combo pieces. So we mostly have mentals in the deck, which means that if we are low on physical for stick, it's pretty nice to always have a mental on hand to try to fish for that physical, although because we have the most mentals, energy is going to hit the most. However, because we want this Live Dangerously at a specific point in the game, showing a physical in hand is going to help us to try to get that into hand for our ticket turn. Of course, we want to track our discard to try to maximize our odds. We're never going to hit this 100% every game, but I try to aim for above 50% if I can. And then the last card here is Not My Responsibility, and this is our only response or interrupt event that is not in her signature kit. I've mainly included this here because this is one of the ways to guarantee a safe flip for solo play. When any mana threat would be placed on a scheme, you or your ally takes it as damage instead. So we can deal this damage to ourselves or an ally in excess of the hit points that it has, and it'll absorb all of that. So let's say we have Auto here at 1 hit point and the villain schemes for 5. We can pop Auto with all 5 of that damage. It doesn't hit the main, which is like one of the most common loss conditions for solo, is that double scheme out. You can either use it on the villain's first scheme, or you can save it as insurance against advance. And because it's an interrupt, it will ready us if we're in hero form. It will draw from Web Bracelet if we're in hero form. Mostly useful for multiplayer, but occasionally we'll have it in our hand while we're in hero and not in alter ego and not want to flip down and hold it. And at that point, it's just a card cycle. You can stop the step 1 main scheme threat with it pretty easily. If we do target an ally and we have Web of Life and Destiny out, it just essentially trades that ally for a card draw. So we get Auto back in the discard, draw a card off Web of Life and Destiny, or we like lump Hobie into the discard. He deals a bunch of damage to the villain, draws a card, we get him back with Across the Spider-Verse. And that's a pretty good deck overview. Alright, so I've picked out a nice matchup for this deck. Pretty difficult, honestly. We got Greycrow side B for On the Run. And instead of doing military grade or nasty boys, we're going to turn up the difficulty a little bit. The first mod we have is Extreme Measures, which is usually one of the Strife mods. And the main reason we're using that is for this tempo minion, which if we get her into play on that Ticket to the Multiverse turn, that +1 hand size will help us, but it does also have some counters for our deck. Strobe is pretty bad for Ghost Spider. Stunning her is not great, and dealing damage to her means that she's no longer in perfect range for the pool resources, and can take out Peter before it's his time. So this Extreme Measures mod is going in. Just some interesting interactions with our deck there. And the second mod that I've picked out for us is actually usually a Mysterio mod, and that is this Personal Nightmare mod. And it has a couple of threats for us here. This entire mod is very anti-hand size. So it has this weakness from within side scheme. Place one additional threat here for each card in your hand. So a lot of times we're going to be having big hands. And this could be very threatening because it's a large hazard. Now, obviously if we get it on the ticket turn, it doesn't really matter too much. If it's like 12 threat or whatever, we're winning that turn. But if we happen to use a Stray, assess the situation early, this can be pretty threatening. We also have this Induced Panic we have to watch out for, which can blank our text box, so no dizzying reflexes, and force us to go to Alter Ego. And then one cool thing about this mod is this Fool's Paradise side scheme, which gives us +2 hand size, and it's kind of a weaker version of Live Dangerously. It has one less icon. It does have more threat on it, and we do have to clear unless we're going for the win that turn. But if we get both this and Live Dangerously and Ticket to the Multiverse, well, that's a pretty big turn right there. So some interesting mods, interesting interactions for this deck. Shuffle that up. We've picked Vertigo as our starting minion, as I often do when playing On the Run. 4 health, 0 attack, sometimes 2 attack. So not a very threatening minion for us. Get this game started. Okay. Ghost Kick is good. Phantom Flips with Specialized Training is good, actually. That's a really good turn 1. Phantom Flip into Specialized Training. Draw 1 card for the rest of the game. That's really good. I don't know if we mulligan this. I mean, we definitely are going to be in some trouble with 2 Phantom Flips in the discard if we get like another side scheme early. So clearing Specialized Training to get us that +1 thwart. That's just good build. So we spend Web Bracelet to play that, and then 3 for Phantom Flip. Probably should hold Web Bracelet because we might be able to get that down. Won't be able to draw off of it. Maybe we should just go for a double. I mean, a double gets us Web Bracelet before we play Phantom Flip. So if we know we only need 1 Phantom Flip, we may as well just fish for a double resource. Being kind of slow. We did get it. Wow. Wow. We could even gamble with rock, paper, scissors here. We do rock, paper, scissors, get a card back. This plays Web Bracelet, card plays Specialized, but then we can't Phantom Flip. Okay, we should stick to the original plan. I love rock, paper, scissors. I love getting it down early, but Specialized Training is too good. Just too good. Okay. We'll do Laser Swords for Specialized. And we'll do... Oh, are we down a resource, actually? We're going to have to Phantom Flip before we can get down Web Bracelet. We would have needed 2 doubles. Yeah. Alright, we're not going to get Web Bracelet, but maybe Self-Control will get us something better. So we'll attack Vertigo for 2, and we will Phantom Flip, Specialized Training. That's going to get us the plus Thwart and Ready. Oh, if I thwart to draw, then I don't clear Vertigo and he schemes. That's very dangerous. We drew Web Binding, we cancel it. So we do have outs if we let him scheme. Maybe we do that. The odds of him scheming out turn 1, he would have to scheme twice for a total of 7. So average of 3 boosts and draw one of the 2 advances in the deck. I think I'm okay risking it. We'll thwart, draw 1. Oh, not my responsibility. Well, yeah, now let's just get rock, paper, scissors down. Not my responsibility can clear some threat. We'll show mental here. Is it physical? It is not physical. Yeah. Draw 4. Ghost Kick is nice. We could even defend Vertigo and play Phantom Flip on whatever he schemes with. I like that line. So 1 on the min, he schemes for 2, 3, so it's up to 4. Vertigo is attacking. We can defend that, give her +2 attack. We'll use Self-Confidence here on Phantom Flip, clear the man, and ready. And the encounter card is this, Mutant Slayers. Now she's a mutate, not a mutant, so it doesn't get any extra threat on it, but each Marauder minion gains Quick Strike. This has been a nice light opener so far. Let's go ahead and rock, paper, scissors, and we'll show physical. Nope. And then we can take 2 off of Mutant Slayers, draw a card, and we can Ghost Kick here. Yeah. Let's Enhanced Physique and George Stacy for Ghost Kick. Clears Vertigo. Readies us. I don't think we need to clear that just yet, but we may as well. I think we're going to flip down here. Yeah, let's clear that. Flip down. We got Not My Responsibility, so if he draws Advance, we use it. If he doesn't, then we don't. Ooh, we don't have a very active turn. We could get George and then put 2 assesses under him. So 1 threat, schemes for 2, and nothing. Wow. And then encounter card is a side scheme. 5 threat on it. When a card enters play, take indirect damage equal to that card's printed cost. Well, we have pretty much a hand of all events and then stick. I guess we could take the hinder as damage, but we're still 1 threat away from clearing that. We may as well swap Parental Guidance for George Stacy. I don't see why not. Symbiote Suit plays him. I don't think we're going to get the double assess turn, so we're going to flip up. We're going to use Symbiote Suit for rock, paper, scissors. Draw that card. Web Binding. Okay. That is an attack cancel, which is not bad. Let's thwart for 2 off this extreme measures thing. Healing Factor. That's really good. We can't play too many things, unfortunately, because we don't have tons of health, but healing factors are really good. That will make him attack for +1. But I think we want it. I think we do suit, stick, and George for healing factor. We take 3. And then I think we just double assess here. Okay. This was a good draw. Okay, 1 threat on the main. Let's web binding his attack. And then the encounter card exhausts us. Gross. Gross, gross, gross. Chimera. No more quick strike. Okay, healing factor heals us too. We're going to play a Web of Life for free. We're going to rock, paper, scissors using ticket. Gets us Peter. Wow. That's really good. That's really good. Yeah, Web of Life. We take 3 indirect thanks to extreme measures. I think we have to play Peter. So let's do ticket. And Hobie. For Peter, we take 3 more. Indirect. Peter can take 2 off of that. Readies us. We can clear it. Which draws a card. And I think here and here for Spider. Spider will put 1 on Chimera. Actually, he's going to scheme instead of attacking us. So maybe we just hit the main. And we can defend Chimera. He would have to get a 3 boost to pop them in. Hold on, what did we play with Spider? We used Pirouette and Punch, not responsibility Spider. I guess we could leave extreme measures here and have taken 2 off the main instead. And we just hold our hand. It's a pretty good hand. Let him scheme, defend Chimera, Pirouette and Punch the encounter card. Oh, Chimera's patrol, so he couldn't have thwarted that. So I guess we stick to our plan. We may have to not my responsibility into Peter. Well, that's ugly. Let's keep our hand. Okay, 1 threat on. We want low boost. It's 3. So we're gonna have to not my responsibility into Peter, unfortunately. Draws us a card. Get Reiji a turn too late. We'll defend Chimera. She gets +2. Because I don't think I want to spend anything. And the encounter card, weakness from within, and we are going to Pirouette and Punch that, I think. So that stays at 1. Get Reiji, Web Bracelet, Pirouette and Punch. That's going to ready us. And now we're back in the player phase. So healing factor heals 2. We will show energy. Nope. So rock, paper, scissors there. We'll thwart, weakness from within. Draw a card. Web binding. Oh. Web binding is an interesting hold because it cancels that scheme. We can just heal ourselves with tic-tac-toe and Spider. Playing Spider isn't too helpful here. Next turn we get a bounce. If we can clear Chimera. Yeah, I think we web binding. So let's play tic-tac-toe. Spider heals us for 1. And yes, let's not deck out this turn. Pirouette and Punch and web binding. I wish I had a bracelet out now. 1 threat on the main. Oh, we're gonna have to spend Pirouette and Punch to play it. Web binding cancels the scheme. We can defend Chimera and then use Ghost Kick to kill her, which will ready us. Let's see what this card is. Doppelganger. Totally fine. Heals 2. Let's remove 2 threat. Draw a card. Get an encounter card. We may as well rock, paper, scissors with our 1 card in hand. Energy, nope. We'll spend this to heal 1. Okay, Ghost Kick or Phantom Flip are both good draws here. Didn't get either, but Pirouette and Punch is not bad. Spider. Enhanced Physique. Okay, 1 threat. He is attacking us for 5 and a boost. Doppelganger is only at 2. That's fine. So we're going to have to defend him. So 5, 6, we take 3. Doppelganger hits us for 2. We get 2 encounter cards. Assault, we have to Pirouette and Punch that. So live dangerously. And Enhanced Physique for Pirouette and Punch. Deals 1 damage, ready. And then Word Father grabs Gwen, or grabs George. Okay. I think that's okay. Healing Factor heals us for 2. Let's draw a card. Wow, Ghost Kick. Ghost Kick clears. We ready. We thwart. We flip down. Instead of playing Spider. I think we do that. So 2 for Ghost Kick. That'll clear Doppelganger. That readies us. Oh, I guess we should have rock, paper, scissors something first. Nah. Ended up working out. Let's thwart for 2. How many advances have we seen? 0 advances. Oof. But I don't really want to take another boosted attack from him. So let's just flip down here. There's no ticket in the discard. Yeah. We're just taking a risk here. If he draws advance, I think it's game over. So he schemes for 2, 3, 4. Goes up to 6. Encounter card. Bushwhack. When defeated, we grab a minion. Did I get Phantom Flip? Nope. Healing Factor gets up to 8. I don't even think I want to get rid of this. Oh, Hobie is good here. Hobie and Auto are both good. If I had a way to ready. Because Auto can ready the specialized training. Okay. Maybe we just start with rock, paper, scissors. Because if we do get a Ghost Kick or a Phantom Flip, that's Ghost Kick is physical, Phantom Flip is energy. Probably Phantom Flip is better here. I think we have higher chances. What's our discard like? Yeah, we have more of a chance of drawing a Phantom Flip, so we want to show physical here, hoping we draw into Phantom Flip, and we do not. Let's go ahead and thwart 2 off the main. Draw a card. Oh, stick. That's really good. Self-confidence for a stick. I think we used rock, paper, scissors already. And then I think Web Bracelet. Not Web Bracelet. Assess the situation. Superpower Training plays Auto. Auto readies this. We have a potential to draw, but we still can't play Hobie unless it's a double resource. Getting a double mental is a possibility if we have an energy to show. Superpower Training. but then we don't get the ready off Web Bracelet. So I think we're not playing Hobie. I think we're just playing Auto here. I think Superpower Training and Hobie for Auto. Ready, rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors will show mental. Nope. Okay. Web Bracelet will ready us with stick. Auto will go ahead and clear Bushwhack. Searches encounter deck and discard pile for Marauder minion. We're gonna grab Vertigo. So he's gonna scheme, which is unfortunate. We will assess. Ghost Spider will take 2 off the main. I think we're in an okay spot. So it goes up to 1, he schemes for 2, that's 5. He would need a triple boost. Maybe we shouldn't have cleared that. And we just hit the main scheme. Cleared it to 0, take 2. Yeah, let's go leave that here. And instead of clearing that, Auto took 1 off the main. I think we'll just chump with him for Greycrow. Get up to full with healing factor. So we're at 6 hand size thanks to assess. Ghost Kick makes it more helpful to clear this. I don't think I want a Web Binding, but it's a possibility. So 1 threat. He's attacking. We'll chump Auto. We picked the plus attack option for that attack. Draw off of Web. And then he's getting 2 encounter cards. First one is his damage shield, and the second one is under fire. That's really gross. That's going to be Tempo. That's going to be Master Plan. Ouch. Tempo's kind of good. I'm down for Tempo. Unfortunately, we don't have a good way around the shield or the side scheme. Let's go ahead and rock, paper, scissors. We want to go for Phantom Flip, so we have to show physical here. Whoops. What the heck just happened? I think it was Phantom Flip because I don't think we had any in our discard yet. I think we actually did it, but that was, it went to the bottom of the deck somehow instead of the top. We'll have to look back and see what was in my hand like 3 turns ago. But I think this was it because I don't remember seeing one this deck pass because we looked for it earlier and we saw that we had 3 still in the deck. So I think we did hit it, which is awesome. Because now we can go ahead and abort the main for 2, draw a card, and we will definitely be Phantom Flipping here. Parental Guidance, Pirouette, Phantom Flip. Boom, cleared that. Now we get Vertigo. Oops, there we go. That's going to ready us, and we're going to use Web Binding and a Ghost Kick to play another Ghost Kick to clear Vertigo. We're going to use Self-Control to drop the Laser Swords. I think we hold Web Binding here. Yeah. We will attack Tempo for 2, just to tee her up in case we need to get her gone. But yeah, we could have held a Ghost Kick ready to the stick, but I don't don't think it's... Let me just clear the shield. Okay. We want to web binding his attack. We did draw Genius. That's good. So there's one. He is attacking for a lot. We're going to actually just cancel that with web binding. Oh, we have +1 hand size from tempo, so not my responsibility. Okay. After she attacks, discard twice the number of cards from our hand. So it's 4. We would be discarding 8. There's only 4 left in our deck. So that's the whole deck. That decks us out. We get 2 encounter cards. First one is a side scheme. Blockbuster or Chimera, neither are in play. And the next one is another Hidden in the Clutter. But this one's going to be attached to tempo. Crazy. Okay. We heal back to full. So we should maybe start working on tempo. Or maybe not. Maybe just leave her. We don't need to deal with that shield thing. We'll thwart 2 off of this. Draw a card. Let's show a wild with rock, paper, scissors. Warrior the Great Web. Okay. Okay. Maybe we can flip to Alter Ego here with Not My Responsibility and Spider. Yeah. We get her hand size, but then we miss her thing. Symbiote Suit will ready us here so we can clear this side scheme. I think that's important. And then Ticket will play Spider. Yeah, Spider can put 1 damage on Greycrow's shield. I don't think we're going to get Warrior down. I think we want these 2 cards. Let's flip. We'll shuffle Ticket back in. We will use Assess the Situation for plus hand size. Drop Warrior. Maybe we get Gwen, or we get George next turn. So we have +1 hand size from tempo, +1 from Assess, so we should be at 8 hand size. Nice. Okay. 1 threat on. He schemes for 2 +0, and we see an advance go away. Okay. Tempo schemes for 1, and then we have 1 encounter card. It's the Evil Doppelganger. We're running out of space here. So that's probably a good reason to get George, if nothing else. So let's exhaust. Remove this from the game, and George comes to hand. And we're gonna flip up. Here we go. Spider can port 2 off the main, and she'll bounce to hand and draw us a card off web. I really wanted a physical there. I'd love to play Hobie without having to sacrifice our stick. So maybe we use rock, paper, scissors, showing a mental, and hope we draw a physical. Nope. Oh. Not My Responsibility. And both actually 1 web binding and 1 Pirouette and Punch can play Hobie. Hobie can thwart 2. Phantom Flip. Not Phantom Flip. Strength will ready us. We'll thwart the last of this. Draw a card. Get Ragey. That's interesting. That gets rid of this. We can cancel his attack with web binding. Okay. I'd almost rather clear the Doppelganger with the Ghost Kick, though. Especially if we're going to draw 1. I don't think we've seen any. So 3 Ghost Kicks left out of 18 cards. We have 6 hand size. We're going to get 2 more with Assess. I'd love to play Spider and George. Well, I'd love to play Spider and hold web binding, probably. I guess if I do get Ragey, it cycles itself with Hobie. So I do have another card still. Well, with Hobie, I don't need to play web binding. Okay, so get Ragey and web binding for Spider. Spider can... We'll ping one more damage into this Hidden the Clutter. Phantom Flip for George. Let's go ahead and just play both Assesses instead of stacking them under George for now. I think we need to clear the board a little bit. Dig for some Ghost Kick. So we have 8 hand size once again. 1 from Tempo, 2 from Assess. No Ghost Kicks and all that. And this is a +4 attack. Okay, Grey Crow is hitting us for a lot. We're going to defend with Hobie. This is going to pop from Hobie. Maybe we just don't trigger his thing, leave the shield up so we don't take the extra attack yet. Yeah, so 1 threat here. We're going to defend with Hobie. Grey Crow hits for a lot. Hobie goes away. Or I guess we could trigger it, defend with Ghost Spider. Play Phantom Flip to ready, defend the Doppelganger. This might be the best time to clear it. So yeah, let's trigger Hobie. So there goes the last advance. Okay, so this is going away. If there's at least 3 damage here, attached enemy attacks the player who dealt the damage. So he's attacking for 2 plus 3, that's 5. And he's going to get a boost. So 5 plus 1, that's 6. We're taking 3, so down to 7. And then we will self-confidence before it becomes useless to play Phantom Flip. Here, here. Well, now the Doppelganger is only hitting for 3. So maybe instead of playing self-confidence, we spend this one. We spend Ticket for it. Let's do that. Ticket for Phantom Flip. So now he's only at +2, so he's hitting for 3. So we defend him, and then Tempo hits us for 1, and she's going to mill the top 12, which is our whole deck. Kind of playing on Heroic to get this extra hand size, but I think it's worth it. Okay, Assault. I think we got to throw Spider in the way of that, unfortunately. Yeah. Draw 1 off web, Ghost Kick, that's nice. Arclight. Okay. We'll heal 2 with Healing Factor. There's nothing for me to thwart. Maybe we should have kept Ticket for Rock, Paper, Scissors. But let's go ahead and Rock, Paper, Scissors. What are we looking for here? Another Ghost Kick? Probably not. Peter. So we'll show energy. We'll go for Peter. Okay, that does get us another double. So we can spend a double on Web Bracelet. Spend Self-Confidence to ready us with Stick. We can attack for 2 against the Doppelganger. Use Genius to play Ghost Kick to clear Arclight. Readies us, draws a card with Web Bracelet. Cross the Spider-Verse. We have not seen Peter though. He keeps getting milled. It does get Spider back. We just lose out on auto. Well, we can do Superpower Training, draw 1, play auto. or we play auto, ready, web bracelet, draw one. This one gets superpower training out of the deck. The other one gives us a chance of drawing a double, which hits a cross, which gets spider back. But I feel like auto is better, the guaranteed jump. So we'll phantom flip for superpower training. We'll take 2 off of that, so it's only got 3. Draw a card here. Pirouette punch and a cross for auto. He'll ready this, that draws a card. If it's assess, we just play it. It is. Okay. Now, do we get our other web bracelet off superpower training, or do we get ticket? Get that set up. Let's grab our other web bracelet for now. Start thinning that deck out. There's an argument to be made for keeping it in the deck. So that's another physical for us, but no, let's leave it. Assess, or 7 card hand size. We got a chump block. We're doing just fine. Okay, Spider-Man is going to chump Grey Crow. He's just attacking for way too much. Doppelganger is only a +1. It's only 2. Do we even defend this? We don't have a way. I guess we got Phantom Flip. Kind of lackluster to use it on 1 thread again. Does draw a card. Tempo. Is Tempo going to discard our deck? Only if we don't play Phantom Flip. So I think we should play Phantom Flip here, potentially. So let's defend the Doppelganger. We'll play Phantom Flip. We'll use Get Ragey and Not My Responsibility. Clears the main, readies us, draws a card here. Tempo hits us for 1. And then she discards the top 10, leaving us with 2. So it's kind of funny that we've had Tempo out most of the game. This almost never happens to me. Encounter card, Thumbelina. When revealed, return the highest cost upgrade you control to its owner's hand. It's going to be the swords. I guess we could have canceled it with Pirouette and Punch. That seems kind of low value. The swords will come around again. We can get Enhanced Physique and Web. Yeah, let's do that. Pirouette and Punch. Actually, first, let's use Symbiote Suit for Rock, Paper, Scissors. Top card is Live Dangerously. Wow, we were very close to having the ticket combo if I had picked ticket instead of web bracelet last turn. So I think we gotta lose the swords, lose the suit, get enhanced down. It's got 3 counters on it. Pirouette and Punch for Warrior of the Great Web. Let's see, she takes -1 from each attack unless the attacker has the tiny trait, but she's only hitting for 1. So we want to take out Evil Doppelganger. We will stick, ready, take that out, because that one's been hitting for a lot. These are both just hitting for 1, that's fine. That's totally fine. I wish I had a chump block for Grey Crow. And we know he doesn't have an advance. So schemes for 1, schemes for 1, schemes for 2, starting threat. That's 5. A 2 boost sends it. Did I have Not My Responsibility in hand this turn? I don't think so. I think it got milled. Because flipping down is not a bad idea here. Oh, did we forget the healing factor? Yeah. Alright. I guess we will assess and stay up. It would be really nice to flip down, but see, we're up to 7 hand size, 1 from Assess, 1 from Tempo. We get an encounter card, 1 threat on. He is attacking us for too much. We will Web Binding that. Cancel his attack, draw off of Web Bracelet. Thumbelina will hit us for 1. Tempo will hit us for 1. And then she's going to mill the top 12. This would be nice if it milled Peter and gave us a cross. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nope. Milled across did not give us Peter. 2 encounter cards. Deepest Fears. Discard cards from the top of your deck equal to the number of cards in hand. Man, we're definitely playing like a mill deck here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We did not discard any identity-specific cards, so we take a damage. And then Fool's Paradise. +2 hand size. We do have a Phantom Flip, so it's fine. Might even leave that out for a round. Let's see, heal 2. We're looking for Peter. So we're gonna show the energy. Nope. So he's one of the last 2. We'll thwart here. Draw a card. Is he the last card? Yes, he is. That's annoying. So we can Phantom Flip. Pirouette and Punch. Pirouette and Punch for Phantom Flip. That clears that. Goes to the Victor display. Readies us. Web Bracelet draws Peter. Another deck out encounter card. Did we not leave ourselves with an energy for this? We used rock, paper, scissors already. Oh, that's annoying. No energy for Peter. Well, we'll attack Thumbelina for 1. We can Ghost Kick, I guess, to clear. So I guess thwart here for 1, and then Assess and get Ragey for Ghost Kick will clear Thumbelina. Now I think we're safe to flip. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only a 3 boost sends it. I'm probably going to draw Not My Responsibility. I was thinking about Web Binding and staying up, but maybe I should have held Assess instead. Yes, we'll flip, play Assess, and we'll just pray he doesn't scheme out. So we're at 6, 7, 8 hand size. No, Not My Responsibility, so we are in danger. He schemes for 2, 4, Tempo for 1. So we are safe. We're not losing. Oh, this is bad. His favorite weapon. +1, Overkill, Piercing, Ranged, and then Caught Off Guard. We'll just catch this tic-tac-toe off guard. Even though we're about to get Peter and heal. Healing Factor gives us 2. If we defend and take no damage, well, that's not happening. It's not that kind of Gwen deck. Not that kind of Gwen deck. Okay, Phantom Flip. Hobie Live Dangerously gets Peter. Wow, it's kind of... I mean, we want another energy, so let's show physical. Give us energy. Nope. That would have been a nice pull, though. Alright, energy. Oops. Yeah, energy, mental, and physical for Peter. We can do these 2 for auto. Ready this. Actually, we'll do something better. We'll thwart for 2. Peter thwarts for 2. He readies us. So this should be ready, or this should have drawn us a card. Oh, Symbiote Suit is tempting. We'll do 2 for auto. which raise this. We'll clear the main, drawing another card. Ticket is also tempting here. Yeah, let's play Ticket. Symbiote Suit and Genius for Ticket to the Multiverse. Unfortunately, we've seen Live Dangerously. And we'll just put Phantom Flip underneath George for now. Okay. I think we've got 6 hand size. Oh, cross is good. We could defend with auto. He's got 3 attack plus another 3, so he's at 6 attack and a boost. That soaks 2, our defense soaks 3. We've got web binding here. So 1 threat on. Let's use Not My Responsibility and Phantom Flip for web binding. Cancel his attack. Tempo hits us for 1. She's going to mill 6 off our deck. Kind of nice, gets us closer to the combo pieces. Encounter card. First acceleration token. Bound by Business. Discard cards from the encounter deck until Marauder minion that does not share a title with the villain. And oh, advance is gone. That's nice. There's only 1 left. Oh, where are these guys? There we go. Blockbuster. Okay. Let's use rock, paper, scissors, showing wild here. Gets us parental guidance. Flipping down could be a possibility. Probably have to take out tempo. Oh yeah, healing factor healed us for 1. Parental guidance will get us an assess under George. We're decking out. Good chance to pull an advance. We shouldn't take the risk. Ghost Kick takes out Blockbuster. That's for sure. So we'll thwart here. Draw a card with the Surveillance Specialist, decks us up. And then we'll go ahead and play Ghost Kick using Parental Guidance and Ghost Kick. Takes out Blockbuster. Draw, ready. Assess. I think I'm just going to stack that under George. We'll use Enhanced Physique and a cross for Spider. So Spider, put 1 on Greycrow. And I guess I'll put 2 more on Greycrow. Hold on to this auto. Yeah, we're getting there. We got 1 assess. Live Dangerously coming up. I think we could probably do it if we wanted to. Keep Peter alive here. Yeah. So we should be at 6 hand size. Web binding again with the Genius. Okay, 2 on. We're going to web binding Greycrow. Tempo hits us for 1. She mills 8. Probably could have taken out tempo at this point, but I like it too much. Riptide. And advance. So he's scheming for 2 and a boost. I don't think we care about canceling that. Oh yeah, Web Bracelet should have drawn us a card off of web binding. Even if we mucked up the order there. Well, we do have Symbiote Suit. I think we just let him advance. Scheming for 2 and 0. That's fine. We heal to max. Rock, paper, scissors, showing Symbiote Suit. Gets us self-confidence. Okay, it's getting pretty crazy here. We probably want to take out Riptide before he flips to stage 2. But Symbiote Suit, Live Dangerously, Assess. We got a lot going for us here. We could probably just go for it. So let's go ahead and auto 2 onto Riptide. Auto goes away. That draws us a card, and we're at +1 attack. Ghost Kick. Now that's something. We will take out Riptide, and let's play Ghost Kick with 2 Pirouette and Punches for 6. Ready, Web Bracelet, draw 1. Web Binding, triple resource for Symbiote Suit. We're at 4 attack now. We can have Spider, port 2, bounce to hand, draw card. Replay Spider. We're at +1 from Warrior of the Great Web, plus another, so 2, +1 from Symbiote Suit, so we're at 5 attack. We can just draw this card outright. If it's an assess, we probably do. It's not. We've already used Dizzying Reflexes, so I gotta keep track of that. We do have Stick. The next one comes in with Tough, so Spider is perfect for clearing the Tough. I think I gotta use Ghost Spider to pop Greycrow, which is going to flip this over. Advance a Scheme 2A. We search the encounter deck and discard pile for Marauder minion, put into play, give each Marauder enemy a Tough status. And he's got 18 health and a Tough. I guess we'll just grab Riptide again because he's at hand. Spider will ping this Tough. We can have Spider-Man put 2 damage onto Riptide, which readies us. We can clear Riptide. Use Get Ragey on Spider-Man. Let's throw out Live Dangerously. I think we're going to do it. Pop this Assess. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4 extra hand size, or 9 hand size, 10 with the Symbiote Suit. Peter's at 3 attack. We got to ping that Tough, unfortunately. So Peter pings the Tough off. Whoops. And he's going to go away. It's going to draw us the last card in our deck. And gives us another attack from Warrior of the Great Web. So we have +3 from Warrior, +2. So it's 5. We're at 6 attack. Phantom Flip. Well, we may as well put this under George. And then pop Ticket. We're drawing 10 cards. Which is pretty incredible. And then this readies, George readies, we ready. And what do we say? We're at 6 attacks. So if we can attack 3 times, we got it. We got Enhanced Physique, we got Ghost Spider, we got Peter in hand. Yeah, we have in spades. So Parental Guidance and Tic-Tac-Toe and Self-Confidence. Go ahead and play Peter. We will attack for 6. Peter attacks for 2. That readies us. We can attack for 6 again. We can go ahead and play Ghost Kick if we really want to for another 6. So let's just start counting up now. So that's 2 extra damage. Draws a card off Web Bracelet. And we can use Enhanced Physique here to ready us with Stick. And then, we're physical short. Otherwise, auto would do it here. Pure One Punch, Laser Swords. I guess we didn't even need the Laser Swords. Auto. He'll ready Stick. He'll attack for 2. Goes away, gives us an extra attack. So now we're swinging for 7. Up to 11 excess damage. There's probably a better way to do that in there. Too bad their swords got caught off guard. Whatever happened to them. Bumped to hand. Oh yeah, Thumbleaned. They got Thumbleaned. So, yeah. Even without the +4 from laser swords, we just did 30. Plus the minion and the tough, so about 40 damage. Maybe a little bit more. Probably drew that out too long, but hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions, and see you on the next one.